Hi everybody, it's Kate. Welcome to Yoga with Kate. So a lot of my corporate clients or the clients I teach in their workspace are working from home at the moment. So I wanted to create a series of shorter, like 20 to 30 minute videos that you can do at home on your lunch break. Super simple, just designed to get you moving and grooving, come out of the craziness of work, get off the computer, get out of the emails, and just come onto your mat during the middle of the day. So I hope you enjoy. Remember, you can modify or change any movement that I suggest. This is an opportunity for you to just move, flow, breathe. That's the important thing. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. We will start standing today, right? Because our time is pretty limited. So I like to start standing so we can warm up from top down. We'll ground the feet into the earth, lift the toes nice and tall, and then go ahead and place them down. Find a little movement front to back on the feet. Feel really rooted into the mat, into the ground, into the earth, wherever you're practicing. And go ahead and let the feet settle in. Give the top of the body a little wiggle, a little release in whatever way feels right for you. Maybe shake the arms. Lift the crown of the head a little bit taller to the ceiling. Allow yourself to come into that Tadasana or mountain pose. Allow the awareness to come to the breath. And then from here, allow the hands to come to heart center. So as always, palms pressing in our Anjali Mudra, or one hand on top of the other. However you feel more connected to your heart space. And come into gratitude. What are you grateful for right now? In this moment, in this day. And allow that gratitude to carry you through the next minutes of movement, through this little practice. And when you're ready, release the hands down by your side. Connect back into the breath. Just keep the awareness on the breath for a few more rounds. Noticing the inhale and the expansion. And the exhale, the softening. Feel the feet rooted into the earth and feel the crown of the head lifting tall, creating space and expansion in the body. Allow the mind to settle onto the breath. Let everything else melt away. Three more nice deep breaths at your own pace. And after that third breath, just let the eyes slowly come open, nice and soft, no rush. And then if you're not already there, let's come to the top of the mat. Feet hip widths apart, nice deep inhale, lengthen the crown of the head a little bit higher, ground the feet, let the tailbone point towards the earth, nice neutral spine. Next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Press the palms together, and on the exhale, the hands come to heart center. Inhale again, arms out and up. Linking that breath and movement, press the palms, exhale down through heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Maybe the gaze follows to the top, then on the exhale, palms press down through heart center. Beautiful. This time, arms out and up. And on your exhale, take that hinge, swan diving down all the way into our first forward fold. Nice deep bend in the knees here as we start. Allow yourself to hang for a moment. Maybe the arms cross and take a ragdoll, opposite arm, opposite elbow. Allow some breaths to come in and out. Again, at this first forward fold, keep the bend in the knees to support that low back. 2 more breaths here. You can find a little movement side to side if it feels nice, or just appreciate the stillness. And after that next exhale, release the hands. Use the inhale to come up halfway. And pause here, halfway lifted. Press the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. Really create some length in the spine. Pause for a few breaths. With every inhale, trying to feel that expansion of the spine. And with every exhale, softening, settling into that space. 1 more breath. And use your next exhale to refold down into that forward fold. When you're ready, next inhale, we'll roll on up vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice slow roll. Arms come out and up at the top. Press the palms together. Exhale down through heart center. Here we go. Inhale, arms come out and up. On the exhale, take that swan dive forward, hinging at the hips all the way to that forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands plant, step both feet back, come into our high plank. Now, always here, yogis, right? High plank, knees up, knees down. Your choice. Pull the belly button towards the spine no matter where you are. Fire up the legs. So squeezing the legs together, using the legs, not just the arms to hold the body up. Breathe. Find your space, find your balance. Then from here, lift the hips nice and high, press the chest back. We'll come into our first downward facing dog. So settle on in, find a little movement here. Connect back to the breath, hips lifting high. If the heels aren't on the earth, nothing to worry about. Maybe find a deep bend in the knee. And then press the heels down a little more and come back to those straightened legs. A few more breaths settling in as you need to, finding that movement. Or maybe you've found stillness and you feel good there. Listen to yourself, right? Tune in. After your next breath, finding the stillness. And then go ahead and bend into that right knee nice and deeply. A little opening of the left side. Come on up and then bend into that left knee nice and deeply. A little opening of the right side. 1 more time, each side, deeply bending the knees, opening up. Making sure that breath is fluid. Last time, bend that knee nice and deep. Feel that opening start to happen on the opposite side. Beautiful. Back through center. 1 more breath here in this downward facing dog. And then slowly walk, hop, jump the feet back to the top of the mat in between the hands. Your inhale will take you up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release and fold forward. Reverse your swan dive, come all the way up to the top, press the palms together, and exhale down through heart center. Beautiful, right back in. Inhale, arms out and up. On the exhale, take the swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back. So as you step the right foot back, Squeeze the foot towards the bum, and then go ahead and release the foot back. Really take some notice of that actual action of the foot, right? So left foot forward, right leg back, plant the right hands, and on the inhale, lifting up that left arm, fingertips to the sky. Option here, as always, knee up, knee down. Find what feels better for you. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, breath is steady. Next, inhale, lift those fingertips a little higher. Use the exhale to plant the hands. Step the left foot back to meet the right, pause in the plank. Breathe, remembering our plank options, knees up, knees down, yogi's choice. Breathing. Making sure that breath is fluid in and out. Then when you're ready, lift the hips high, press the chest back, find that downward facing dog. Again, a little movement if you need it to settle in. And then find the space. 3 breaths. After that third breath, bend that right knee again and step it forward in between the hand. And then lift the gaze. You can drop the back left knee here, untuck the toes, whatever feels more comfortable. You can grab those blocks also if it feels better here. Give yourself a little more height either way. Find a place that feels good for you. Tent up onto the fingers. One more breath. And then step that left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. And then inhale, reversing that swan dive all the way to the top. At the top, take a pause. Interlace the fingers, press the palms away from you. Lengthen up. And then exhale over to that right side. Open up the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, over to the left. Open up the right side. Inhale through center. Releasing the fingers. Use your exhale to sit the hips back. Come into chair. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, take a pause. Beautiful. On your next inhale, straighten all the way up. And then exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Beautiful. Exhale, plant the hands. This time the left foot steps back. That same action. So bending the foot first, bending the knee, and then stepping the foot back. Really deliberate. Same thing here. Plant the left hand. Inhale the right arm up. Remembering those options, right? Dropping the back knee if it feels better. You can even grab a block here. Give yourself a little more height. As always, you decide your practice, your time, your space, your energy. The most important thing is that you're breathing in and out. One more nice deep inhale here. Lift the fingertips high. Use the exhale to plant the hand. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Find the plank. Find the pause. Fingers are spread nice and wide. That belly button's pulling up towards the spine. Legs are engaged, right? Use the legs. They're so super strong. Pressing the legs towards each other. Finding that breath. And then on the next inhale, pause. Exhale, stay for that exhale. Then lift the hips on the inhale. Use the exhale to press them back. Chest towards the thighs. Find that downward facing dog. And the same thing. Find a little movement if you need it, or just settle in. Three breaths. After your last or third exhale, bend that left knee. Step the foot forward in between the hands, and the same as we did on the other side. Remembering those options, knees up, knees down, grab your blocks. Important to lift, so I like to tap onto the fingers so I give myself a little bit more height. Feel the opening in the hips. Breathing. Right foot then steps forward to meet the left. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release. Reverse that swan dive, come all the way back up at the top, fingers interlace. Palms press towards the sky, nice deep inhale. Exhale over to the left side, open up the right. Inhale up through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up through center, releasing the fingers. Use your exhale to sit the hips back to our chair. Breathing. 2 more breaths. Firing up the legs. You can always lift the toes here, right? A little bit more of a check into the legs. Arms don't have to be forward. They can be at the hips, heart center. Whatever feels right for you. Remember, this is your time. On the next inhale, press all the way up. Palms float together. And then exhale down through heart center. Awesome, you guys. Take a nice big step back with the left foot or right foot if it makes more sense. But just come to the long side of the mat, whatever works for you. Tuck the toes in, hands on the hips, so the thumbs on the back of the sacrum. Nice deep inhale. Lengthen on the exhale, hinging forward, all the way down. Let the hands release down the legs or onto the mat. Great place to have that block if you need it, right? So let the toes point in. Hands stay underneath the shoulders to start. Take a nice deep inhale, come on up halfway, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, release back down. This time the hands can start to walk underneath the body a little bit, maybe deepening the sensation or deepening the stretch for yourself. Hands can walk even further back, yogi's choice. If it doesn't feel good to walk the hands back, then let it go, don't do it. Bring the hands through center, maybe out to the feet. Breathing. And the weight should be really in the forward part of the foot, more towards the ball of the foot, right? Not in the heel. Find your breath. Release. And every inhale here, you can kind of lengthen the spine a little bit. And every exhale, soften a little further, melt a little further into the forward fold. Beautiful. Hands come back underneath the shoulders. Use your next inhale to press on up halfway. Exhale to release back down. Bend the knees ever so slightly. Hands come back to the sacrum and the hips. And then inhale, nice flat back all the way to standing. Turn the feet towards the top of the mat and step on forward back to top of the mat. Here we go. Nice deep inhale, arms come out and up. On the exhale, swan diving up forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, both feet step back, left foot, right foot. Come into that high plank. Again, yogi's choice, knees up, knees down. Beautiful. Pause, breathe. And then when you're ready, drop the knees for a moment if they're not already. Come onto the forearms. Beautiful. Then press the feet into the earth, lift the knees again, come into our mega plank or forearm plank. And again, the knees could be down here too, right? A little bit of core. Important to keep the breath fluid, right? Breathe. And then no matter where you are, bring the knees wide on the mat, onto the earth. Then walk yourself back. Press the hips into the heels. Let the chest release down onto the mat, the floor, the earth. Come into a wide-legged child's pose. Connect back in. Feel the inhales and exhales. And take a moment coming back to gratitude. Maybe what you're grateful for has shifted, changed. Two more nice deep breaths here. After you get through that second breath, go ahead and press yourself up. We'll swing the feet around to come onto the bum. Bring the soles of the feet together when you arrive. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift the crown of the head, right? Find the length in the spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, just drop the chin towards the chest. Breathing. Lovely. And then from here, letting everything release, bring the legs long in front of you. And I often like to grab a blanket or a pillow or something to just let the hips sit up on. I've got my couch pillow here, right? Because working from home, like most of us or so many of us. Beautiful. Flex the left toes back towards you. Bend that right knee. Lots of options here. You can stay right like this. You might be pulling this right knee in here and feel a lot of pressure, a lot of sensation, so leave it right there. Or you can take this right foot, hop it over the left leg. Yeah, and then go ahead and hug that knee. Find some sensation in that right hip, outside of that right hip. Toes are flexing back towards you on that extended leg. The third option here is you can also cradle the lower part of the leg, just like a baby, and stay here finding a little bit of rocking motion. So maybe experiment with all three, right? This is a video. You can hit pause at any time and experiment. Stay longer. You can even fast forward, right? Connect back to the breath. Lovely. When you're ready, releasing that. Right leg stays straight, toes flex back towards you. Left leg bends this time in those three options, right? Hopping the foot over, giving a squeeze here, or going ahead and cradling that lower part of the leg. So again, the beautiful part about yoga is that you get to make it your own. Your asana practice is yours. So finding a space that works for you today. And that might change day to day. It might change moment to moment. But you get to figure that out. What works for you? One more breath here. Just getting into that outside of the hip. And then allowing the leg to come long. Give the legs a little bounce or a little shake, feet side to side. You can go ahead and remove anything you might be sitting on. And then slowly just make your way onto the back, rolling on down. Keep the legs bent. We'll take a figure four action here. So left leg stays bent, right leg comes up, ankle hooks on to the knee here. And something I really like to start with in figure four is the right hand comes into the right knee and presses the right knee away. And so that sensation of pressing the knee away, whether you're physically doing it with your hand or you're just energetically pressing the knee away without the hand, we want to keep that, right? That knee floating forward away from the body. Then if you have another variation you like, right, you may want to float that left leg. You may want to straighten out the left leg, grabbing behind the thigh, or keeping the knee bent, grabbing the shin. Either way, yogi's choice. But this right knee, see how it starts to come in towards the body? Keep it pressing away. Keep that nice figure four action happening. That's where you'll start to feel that sensation. This elevated foot, make sure the toes are flexing back towards you. Really engaging through the leg. This is an active stretch, so you want to make sure you're feeling it. You want to make sure the breath is strong. In and out. Nice and fluid. One more breath here. And then releasing the floating leg. And then slowly releasing the bent knee, but give it a squeeze in first. Create some compression in that hip crease. And then let that leg float down long. And then go ahead and re-bend it in. So same thing on the other side. Right knee bends, left foot comes up, ankle onto the knee. Take that left hand, press that left knee away to start. Take a breath or two here. Then allow yourself to transition into the variation of your choice. So extending the leg, floating the leg. You can keep that knee bent. If you can't reach around, you can always use a strap. But that same thing, don't let that left knee come in. Keep that left knee pressing out. Right? So even if you have to keep the hand here to get that sensation, go ahead and do that. Right toes flex back towards the body. Find your breath. Maybe the eyes close for a moment. Tune back into your body, your physical body. Where do you feel this? Where do you feel sensation? No right or wrong, just awareness, observation. And then go ahead, one more breath. Lowering that floating leg. Same thing here, giving that left knee a squeeze in first. Creating some compression in that hip crease. And then letting the leg come long onto the earth. Beautiful. And then bending the knee. Just a round of moving bridge. Bring both hands down by your side. Walk the heels a little bit closer in. When you are ready, on the next inhale, lift the hips up nice and high. We'll take a pause at the top. So stay for the exhale. Take another round of breath here. Pressing into the feet so the glute, the bum is active. The back of the legs are active. And then at your pace, use your next inhale to lift a little higher. And then use the exhale to roll the spine down. And see how slow you can go. See if you can actually let every vertebrae roll onto the earth, onto the mat, the ground. All the way down to the tailbone. Beautiful. And then from there, just hug the knees in. And then we'll take the knees over to the left, nice side twist. Arms can come out wide. Arms can come into our goalpost arms. I often like to bring my arms above my head, so kind of that opposite forearm grab. Bring the gaze away from the knees. A few breaths here, just releasing the low back. Really nice for the spine. On your next inhale, come on up through center and release over. Switch the gaze. And remember that the beautiful thing about having the videos is that you can pause at any time. So if you need more time on one side, or you get into your own flow, just hit pause and you can come back. Or if you take my classes regularly, you kind of know where we're going, right? So make sure you take advantage of the idea that you can use this as a starting point, use this as a tool, but make it your own. One more nice deep breath in and out. walk up through center, give the knees one more squeeze in. And then go ahead and take any other poses you may need. Maybe another bridge, a full body stretch, maybe the legs want to come up. Again, you can hit that pause button and do a few more on the floor stretches if you have time, or you feel like your body's craving something. And then when you're ready, we'll set up for our Shavasana. Remembering traditional is legs long, arms long. But we are not traditional yogis, and we do not have traditional bodies, so make sure you're giving yourself some support wherever you may need it. And then as you sink into this Shavasana, let's take one nice inhale together through the nose. Exhaling completely out through the mouth. Allowing the body to feel heavy. Noticing what parts of the body are connected to the earth, the mat. Maybe allowing one more part to grow a little heavier, to connect to the mat or to connect more deeply, more heavily. Almost visualizing yourself sinking into the floor. And for the next few moments, all you have to do is be. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Allow yourself to start to find some movement. Moving fingers and toes. Inviting energy to come back into the body. Finding movement however you need it. Eventually making your way onto your favorite side. And just hitting pause.
for a few more breaths, taking as long as you need. Allowing yourself to not rush, to enjoy a few deep breaths. And when you feel ready, pressing back up, coming into a seat just for the last few moments. Whatever is comfortable for you, keeping the eyes shut or soft. Allowing any movement you might need as you arrive in that seated position. And then allow the hands to come back to heart center. And come back into gratitude. Notice what you feel grateful for. And remember, there is no right or wrong. It can be anything. It can be something so simple and silly. It can be something really deep and spiritual. But let it be authentic to you. Let it resonate. As always, I am grateful for your time, your space, your energy, this beautiful practice of yoga that we share. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.